Hello everyone! Today I'm in two minds about whether to buy an iPhone or to buy an HTC phone, and I'm really confused. Have you ever been in a situation like that where you're very confused, you're having mixed feelings, and you're in two minds? This lesson is all about that. We are learning how to talk about being unsure or being uncertain. So stay with me. My name is Michelle, and in this lesson, I'm going to share with you my friend Rebecca's story, that how she was unsure about something. Welcome back. So today we are looking at the language of being unsure. And as I told you that I'm going to share with you my friend Rebecca's experience about being very unsure. So I told you that my friend Rebecca, she recently moved to London for her new job. And yesterday I was having a Skype chat with her in the evening and I asked her, how are you liking London and how are you liking your new job? So she told me that she has mixed feelings about it. And I was like, really? Why mixed feelings? So she said that I'm very excited about the job, but I'm sad about leaving home. So mixed feelings is when you have more than one emotion about a particular experience. So mixed feelings is confused emotions. And when I asked her, why do you have mixed feelings about this? She told me that I'm in two minds about this experience. I said, what does that mean? She said, I was in two minds about whether to take the job or not. So, being in two minds means a choice between yes or no. Have you ever been in two minds about something? Let's say about pursuing a particular career. Maybe you want to be a fashion designer, but you also want to be an architect. And that's when you're in two minds about your career. So the same way, my friend Rebecca was in two minds about the job because she was confused about whether to leave her family and go to UK or not. So right now, she's having mixed feelings, which means that she's excited and sad at the same time. All right, I'm very sure that this is a very common experience with most of you. It's with me as well. So now we have looked at two phrases and now we have a word with us to talk about being unsure. This word is pronounced as ambivalent. No, it's pronounced as ambivalent with the stress on B. Right. So this is a very awkward word, isn't it? Ambivalent. What does this mean? So this word has its roots in German and Latin, from where we have the language German. So this word was actually coined by a Swiss psychologist. Can you imagine a German word coined by a Swiss psychologist now in English? This is what English is all about. Very weird a language. So ambivalent, basically, it has its roots in Latin, as I told you. And it has come from two words. One is ambi and the other is valent. So ambi means two. And valent means forces or strength. So whenever you have two forces or two strengths, equal strengths, pulling you apart in two directions, which means that you have to make a choice between two things, that's when you can use the word ambivalent. This is a very informal and casual word, and you can even use it to talk about your lunch. If you're very confused about what to eat for lunch, then you can say that I'm ambivalent about the lunch because I'm not able to decide between stew and tofu. So you can use it for your lunch. You could also use it for children. You could say that I'm ambivalent about having children, that whether we should have them or not. I think you should. All right. And ambivalent can also be used about the positive and negative effects of something. So we all are ambivalent about the internet. We don't know whether it's good or bad. But as for all of you, it's a very good thing because you all are learning and you all are having such a good time watching me on the internet. So don't be ambivalent about it, and you're surely having a good time on the internet. So that's how you can use this informal word. The next word we have is conflicted, which is a much stronger adjective of ambivalent. So you can use ambivalent for lunch, but you cannot use that I'm conflicted between stew and tofu because it's not a casual and informal word. This is a very formal word. So you could be conflicted about a situation in your life. Like my friend Rebecca was really conflicted about whether to go to UK or not because she was leaving her family behind. So she was conflicted about the decision of moving to UK. Or you could say that if you and your friend fall in love with the same person, you could be conflicted about the decision to sacrifice your love for that person or to go ahead with it. So conflicted is often used for a very serious decision. Right. So we have looked at two phrases, two words, and now we are going to look at one idiom that we can use to talk about mixed feelings or being unsure. Have you ever blown hot and cold about something? So what is hot and cold? They are two opposites. And that's how you feel when you blow hot and cold. You feel two opposite feelings about something. So my friend Rebecca is very happy about moving to the UK because of her new job, but she's very sad about leaving home. So she's feeling happy and sad at the same time, or maybe just after a short while. So when she was leaving Germany, I asked her, how are you feeling about it? She was so excited. But now when I'm having a Skype chat with her, she told me she's very sad about it. So she's blowing hot and cold, which means she's having different feelings about something. And I'm sure you can guess that if you have hot feelings, you feel good about something, excited because you get all hot and pepped up when you're excited. But when you're very sad and dull and you have negative feelings, you feel very cold about something. Right. So now we look at the next word that we have, which is a verb, torn. Okay? It comes from the word tear. When you tear something into two parts, from there we have the word torn. Again, just like being in two minds, the word torn means when you're confused between two very serious options. To be confused between two options. So you could say that I was torn between leaving home or staying in at home. That's how you can use this word. All right. Now, when we look at the next one, it is make of someone. What can we mean by this? Sometimes, does it happen with you that you meet a person and you maybe meet them more frequently, possibly there's a new person at your workplace, and you see that he or she is being very nice to everyone and you quickly think that, okay, maybe he or she is a nice person. But when you ask them for help, they tell you that they're very busy. And then you're like, okay, this was a bit rude. And you're not able to form an opinion about someone. That's when you can say, make of someone. So you could say that I have this new person at work, but I can't make anything of him, which means that you cannot make an impression or opinion about them. You can also use this very phrase as make someone out. You could say that, or can you make something out of John? That's how you can use the same phrase to talk about someone about whom you're very confused and you cannot form an opinion. You could also say that I can't make anything out of John, which means you cannot understand that person. So today we have learned two phrases, mixed feelings and in two minds, which means that you have different emotions and you have to choose between one. We have also seen three verbs, ambivalent, conflicted and torn. These are the phrases, these are the words that you can use to talk about mixed feelings or being unsure. We've learned an idiom to blow hot and cold, which means you keep feeling differently about the same topic. And then when you want to talk about a person that you cannot form an opinion about, you say make of someone or make someone out. Thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you have learned a lot, and now you can use all these phrases, words and idioms to talk about the people around you or to talk about your personal situation where you have mixed feelings. If you have something to share with me, then do leave me in the comments. Thank you.